The hate army troll.
It's the hate army,
bro. The hate army.
Shout out to hate.
Good vibes to the
Shout
hate
out to
army.
hate.
Shout out to hate.
Shout out
Shout
for
out to
hate.
Shout out to hate.
Shout out for
Shout
hate.
out for hate.
If you would like me to be honest about React content, here's the truth. I like doing the clip show, but I really like doing long form Reacts. Like doing a documentary or maybe doing 30 or more minute long videos. I like doing that. The problem is there's just really no support for that right now. I'm being as honest and transparent as I can be with you guys. I like doing it. It doesn't really do well. The few times this year I did an internet historian all day long. It didn't really do well, right? So even the Wings of Redemption documentary I reacted to this year, it didn't really do that well. So it doesn't really warrant me taking entire days away from gameplay. Do you see? If that were the opposite, if people supported that stuff more, I would do more of it. And the funny part about it was over the years, everyone said, you don't do React content like everyone else. You got to do it. So I did it. And initially last year, when I did some of the biggest dramatic things, like me reacting to the Frederick Knudsen Down the Rabbit Hole video, or me reacting to the John and Howard video, or me reacting to the initial Wings of Redemption documentary, that stuff got attention. But much like everything, what ended up happening was the gimmick of me reacting to stuff stopped being fresh and new, because now Darkside Phil does it every week. So because of that, it doesn't retain the viewership or the support or the interest anymore. And so just like that, kind of falls into line of normal viewership. And that's what I mean. So here, you want to know what's going to do well? I'll tell you right now. Next year, all right, Joon the King is doing a full documentary on me. I don't know if you guys knew this or not. He's doing a full-length documentary. Essentially, from what he's saying, it's going to be his longest work ever, because he's not just going to cover my origins. He's not going to cover this is how you don't play. He's going to cover it the most in-depth of anyone has ever covered on the internet. He's going to cover everything. He's even going to cover my detractors, okay? He's going to go full on into it. And the thing is, every time that he prepares to start work on it, something else happens. Like, he was planning on doing it earlier this year, and then the Sidescrollers thing happened. And then the fucking Keemstar bullshit and the Lol Cow podcast bullshit happened. And it just kept going over and over. You know what I'm saying? So for him, he's never been able to, hasn't even sat down yet to begin work, because the project just keeps getting more elaborate. Okay? So I'm going to tell you right now, probably one of the biggest React things I'm ever going to do, all right, is when I react to his documentary about me. Because this documentary is probably going to be hours upon hours long. Do you know how much ground there is to cover? I'm a 15-year YouTuber now. And you could even separate it into eras. The early years of immature Darkside Phil and how I became popular. Then how my audience turned on me with this is how you don't play movement. Then there were those middle years, were kind of dark ages of Darkside Phil stuff, where I was kind of burnt out and didn't like what I was doing and I was depressed. And then there's kind of the renaissance movement of me becoming a full-time live streamer. But then how my haters changed, and now instead of being about my content, now they try to delve into my personal life and fucked up things in that regard. I mean, you're talking... There is so much ground to cover, all right? And I will say this. I will absolutely say this up front, all right? Even if this documentary essentially is going to have a lot of it that makes me look bad, because it will, because I've made many, many mistakes over the years, okay? I'm hoping this will be the fairest shake I ever got, because Joon the King has outright told me he does not want to take input from anyone. He doesn't want to take any input from my haters, and he doesn't want to take any input from me. He wants to do all the research himself. That is admirable. He's not going to do what the Sidescrollers did, where he's going to fucking go and just talk to my haters and get all the bullshit and believe it all. He's going to try to take it all in himself and then make the documentary. So, I think it's going to make, of course it's going to make me look bad, because there's so much negative shit about me on the internet. In general, of course it's going to make me look bad. But I think that when I react to that, when he gets it done, which probably admittedly will probably be a year. Seriously, it might take him a year from now to do it. I think that's going to be pretty crazy for me to react to that. And then I said, based on what happens, all right, I'd be possibly willing to do some other stuff with him, like a follow-up, maybe an interview or something after the fact. But we have to see how it goes. You know what I mean? So let's see. But I feel like he's going to give me a fair shake. But like people are saying, well, your React stuff's gotten stale. It's because look what I'm reacting to. We're doing a weekly clip show. And honestly, I've been trying to avoid drama shit. People got tired of me reacting to documentaries that were all drama and nonsense, right? So I really feel like when I finally react to his documentary, that's going to be like the biggest thing I've ever did react-wise. I feel like we're going to have people watching like crazy. You know, the date comes out, everyone's going to watch it, and then I'm going to react to it probably that week, you know, that it comes out, and go from there. So...
Typically helps me more than anything.